The back page here, we're looking at a scale factor. And a scale factor is how many times bigger or smaller you make something. So let's say how many times bigger or smaller. So if you have a triangle, you're going to multiply all sides by 3. You're making all of the sides 3 times bigger, so your scale factor would be 3. If you have a rectangle and you multiply all sides by 1/2, you're making all the sides 1/2 the size, so your scale factor would be 1/2. Number 5 here is kind of a little bit of an investigation here. A rectangle has a width of 12 and a length of 3. And every dimension of the rectangle is multiplied by 1/3 to form a similar rectangle. So this is our original one, which is 12 by 3. No, yep, 12 by 3. And then we're going to multiply those dimensions by 1/3 to get this smaller one. 12 times 1/3 is 4, and 3 times 1/3 is 1. So we have multiplied all the sides by 1/3. In part A, they're asking us to look at the perimeters. The perimeter of this first one is 12 plus 3 plus 12 plus 3, which is 30 inches. The smaller perimeter is 4 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1, which is 10 inches. When we multiplied all the sides by 1/3, what happened to the perimeter?
Decreased by 1/3.
Okay, the perimeter also multiplied by 1/3. When we multiplied all the sides by 1/3, the perimeter was also multiplied by 1/3. In part B, we're going to look at the areas. 3 by 12 is 36 inches squared. And the smaller rectangle is 4 by 1, which is 4 inches squared. Were the areas multiplied by 1/3? From 36 to 4? Is that multiplied by 1/3 or divided by 3? It's not. When you measure area, you measure that, or you label that with your inches squared. So when we multiply by that 1/3, we actually have to multiply by 1/3 squared. Since area is measured by something squared, the areas are going to be reduced by that scale factor squared. And number 6 is volume. What's your label on a volume problem?
Cube.
It's cubed. So your volume is actually going to be by your scale factor cubed. So number 6, the volumes would be multiplied by 1/2 to the 3rd power. And we have more of these examples down here that we're going to go over. This is kind of a summary. If you change your dimensions by x, your perimeters are going to change by that same scale factor. Your areas are going to change by that scale factor squared, and your volumes are going to change by that scale factor cubed. Number 7, the area of a circle is 150 square inches. A similar circle has a radius of half that, and we are looking at areas. So that means we need to multiply by 1/2 squared. You can enter just like that. Make sure you have parentheses. You can enter that into your calculator. You could work it out a little bit without your calculator. And when you do, you end up with 37.